After the ball is over, after the skein is done, after the die lot's finished, and you are short just one, many a knitter has made a tearful and desperate call, pleading with their local yarn shop, go after that ball.
Hello everybody, welcome to the Pen, Hook, and Needles podcast, episode 538. Today is Tuesday, January 24th, 2023, as we are recording. I am Marlecia, also known as Lady Furnico.
I'm Talia, also known as Franciscan Gypsy.
I apologize in advance if my voice is a little weak or raspy. I am just over being sick, so yeah, so that's that. Okay. We want to welcome all new and returning viewers to the Fun in the Woman Cave. If you are new, we hope you find something you enjoy and that you will return. And if you are returning, we're always glad to have you with us.
Keep talking.
If you are new or returning and you are in the shadows, please feel free, if you'd like, to join us officially. Just tap the little subscribe button on your right. It's a red button. It says subscribe. And the little bell, also I believe on your right, and that will,
they're on the same side.
Give you notifications, and you can determine how many notifications. I think there's like everything, and then there's select, and then there's none. So just choose what you want. And if you'd like to share the podcast with people, we'd like that too. That would be great, but only if you feel comfortable doing that. Okay.
Sorry about messing with the camera, guys. I forgot to plug it in, and it doesn't have a very long battery charge. But that worked. I was able to move the camera so you weren't half off anymore.
Okay. So, yeah, that takes care of the introduction type things.
Okay.
How many projects do you have?
1, 2.
This is important because it determines who goes first.
Although this one's just the design, so it goes down here. That one doesn't count. 5.
5. I have 3.
Okay, Tay.
Okay, so you go first.
Alrighty, so this has been the mug I've been using lately. It's probably because I had for a while coveted this mug. Like, it's so cute.
It is cute.
And I can turn it to whatever mood I feel like.
And now I can't get it because she has it.
Oh.
But I don't need it. And I picked it up for her for Christmas, so it's not like I didn't consider it.
This is and here I have the Viking Prince, and the rest of it is in here, my Yeti. That's just the way I've been doing it. I've been making my breakfast tea. I need to remember in the morning to stir it because the first cup tends to be slightly weaker because I forget to stir it.
Yeah. Also, you don't, even when you do the sugar bomb like we do, if you don't stir it, it tends to still be...
And I've been noticing that. If I remember, I get the full flavor for both of them. If I don't remember, this first one is a little weaker, and I didn't remember this time. So yeah, I can't figure out which one my favorite face is. There's just too many cute ones.
Yeah, they're cute.
So...
I am using my Forest Animals, or actually my Owl mug, and this one makes me sad because I've got a little chip in it.
That's what happened to my bunny one.
I've been using this one and my Autumn Leaves one that I think Davina got me with my little set with the Puer Chorange set of tea. But this is, and I've got what is it?
These are little gray cells.
Yeah, but something.
Chocolate mocha for the little gray cells.
Yeah, so that I have that in here. And this is the second steep, so I didn't make a bigger one. I may get myself one of those Yetis so I can make a big one and just not have to remake it. But right now it's in here. And this holds the second steep really well. I was very doubtful that I would like this when I first heard about it because it's a mocha, and they said it had a lot in common with coffee, and I don't like coffee. I really can't stand coffee. I tried it every which way. I just can't drink it. Even with caramel, which I love, chocolate, which I love, it does nothing. Coffee still comes out and ruins everything. So this is really, really good. In fact, I was telling Talia for Lent, when I sometimes give up my chai tea, they always say, no. This might be my replacement for when I do that.
So that way it's not quite as... So the rest of us don't suffer.
Yeah, because why should my penance be theirs?
Exactly. That's how we feel about it.
But anyway, that's this. And this is a little weak because I think I put too much water for the second steep. I'm sorry for the clinking. There we go. Okay, so that's... All right, so...
The abbreviated business.
We have 2 alongs going on, and we're calling them MALs now, make-alongs, because it's not just knitting and crochet, although it is predominantly that.
Yes.
Our first one is the year-long one, and it's the PHN Movie Night Make-Along 2023, and this is just, has to do with movies, okay? So that's the theme, movies, anything to do with movies that are in a cinema, theater kind of thing, okay? That's where they had to originate. And someone had asked about like little shorts and serials and stuff, if they happened in the theater. Yes.
A lot of times you will see that with older movies.
Older movies. Or silent movies. We don't care. I mean, it has to be in the movie theater to begin with. Not made for TV movies. They have to be,
not made for streaming.
Right. They not for BritBox or Netflix, or it has to be made for your local theater, okay?
Not the straight to DVD,
not straight to DVD
or tape or whatever.
Yeah, we're talking about they made their debut in a movie theater, or as they used to call them, the cinema.
The cinema.
Okay, so
I wish they still call them
yeah.
cinema. Cinema's a fun word.
And it's not just the movies; it has whatever has to do with the movie experience. You find something with tickets, or you find something with food, or you find something with 3D glasses, or
now it does not include the legitimate theater.
No, it does not. That's not the. We must clarify. This has to be something that is
cinema.
It's cinema. It's not. It's not a live performance.
Yes.
Okay. I mean, it was live when they did it, but it wasn't an all-in-one piece performance.
Right.
Okay. So
it is something that was captured upon film.
Right, and
shown in the theater.
You can see all the details in the threads in the thread on the group for this. That's phnpodcast.freeforums.net. I think I forgot to say that at the beginning of the podcast.
I'm sure you did.
So I'm still learning how to adjust my spiel for the abbreviated. So you'll find all the information there, including what is featured for yarns and patterns. This is a year-long along, so you have 4 quarters, and that is how we will give prizes quarterly for this particular one. The second along, these are the projects that, because this is new, the projects must be knit, loom knit, crocheted, woven, or paper crafts such as journaling, origami, card making, etc. Okay, if you're unsure, just ask us and we'll tell you, okay? Let's see.
Oh, I forgot to bring with me the bit of paper stuff I did do.
Right. And also,
and I might get up during one of your things to grab it because I'm kind of proud of it.
the 2 chances at a prize still remain the same for the featured yarns and featured patterns. All that's in the thread, okay? The hashtag is PHN Movie Night 2023 on Instagram. All right, let me see here. Now, the other one that's going on now is the PHN Ready, Set, Go Make Along 2023. And
do I have time to grab my paper craft while you're talking about that?
I think so, if you hurry. The rules are basically the same, and I may elongate this a little because she's leaving the room, but the rules are basically the same. This is January 1st through March 31st. I think there's 31 days in March. So this is starting all the things. Okay, that's starting all the things. The month of January, which is a little more than halfway over, if you frog something and you put a picture of what it was before you frogged it and the frogged, the yarn that has been reclaimed, side by side, then you get an extra chance in the thread for a prize. And if you reuse that yarn for another project, then you can post that frogged yarn or reclaimed yarn with the project that you've started, and this is only for the month of January that you can frog, okay? Everything else has to be a start that's no later than January 1st. So there's no whips to start. Once you've started the project in January or later, then you can have whips because, you're working on it during the along. Featured yarns, featured patterns, featured yarns, featured patterns, and multiple chances for a prize are all in the threads. The hashtag is hashtag PHN Ready Set Go 2023, And that is all we have to say about that, because next time we come here, well, no, next time we won't, because it's
Well, one more podcast.
Well, one more podcast. The podcast after that, I'll go through the whole 9 yards, but we don't need to do that right now. So that's it.
Okay, so for me is my first project. In my, I guess I'll do this one first.
I think you have to go 2. Oh, you have 5 and I have 3.
Okay, Tay. In my Knit for Brains teapots bag that Laura Concert gave me is the Laura's Hooded Cowl. This is the Thorns Hooded Cowl pattern, free pattern. I made a little bit more progress than last time. Fatigue has been a thing, plus I had a migraine on Thursday, so that usually knocks me out. But yeah, it's growing. I had to do these slip stitches, these eyelets until I get to here, and then I'll be able to start actually making it look like a hood.
Cool.
But yeah, so I mean, what's nice is that you can definitely it's not something you need to look at the pattern for. You'll find it nice and simple. Yeah,
intuitive.
You'll find it nice and simple when you get to that point.
Yeah.
I know you want to try my red hood to determine which size you want.
Right.
I personally like the not as big hood size because I feel like the other one's a little too floppy.
I don't like things really close to my face.
And you might find that the floppier is better for your personal, because I'm using it for light blocking. The floppier is not as.
I want to see which one is better for my face shape.
Also, you have the way your hair is. It will hold it a different way than mine does, and it might be better framed for your face than it is for mine because of your hair.
Right.
So yeah, there is that, and this is a colorway that we don't know the name of. I think it was like a periwinkle.
It's very pretty.
It's a really pretty color.
Mr. Winkle.
Goes to war.
No, just Mr. Winkle. Mr. Winkle. It's a movie reference. It actually
that would count for the cinema.
Yeah, Mr. Winkle goes to war.
Okay, so
I got one more.
I know. In my this is one that
Laura gave you, right? No. Christina?
Yes, the one who made the
Mama C.
Yes, the dish, not dish.
Yes, Mama
hot
C.
pads.
Mama C.
Yes.
Because she spoils us.
Yes, she made the full set. I have 2 hot pads. One sits by my bed. The other one sits on my. I think I need to clean them both because they have marks from where I put my spoon from tea. I'm just too. I want to take it away because I use them.
Yeah.
So, particularly the one on my desk, it's constantly in use. The one on by my bed is a bit cleaner.
I like to read the one that's up on my wall there.
Mm-hmm.
And then I have one in my kitchen.
But I use mine more than she does.
It looks too pretty. It's got owls on it, and it's so pretty.
I think it does. It's more of a compliment to use.
I forgot my other stash enhancement.
Oops. Yes. So, yeah, in this bag is my the Patterns Walking in Town by Joanne Johnson. It's an Emma Jane Austen's Emma reference, and I called this hot stuff. No wait, yes, hot stuff, because this is airport hot sauce. And the image I have in my head is, this is more of a Pride and Prejudice image, when the girls would go into town chasing after the officers who were they wore red. And something they did during that time period, they would wear red shawls and stuff to show their support of the British military, the officers, and their red. So you'd see ladies wearing these red capes and shawls and stuff. So they're hot stuff, wearing their red and chasing after officers.
Ossifer. Very pretty. Doesn't look orange like that. It's red.
No, it's a true red. It really does look like hot sauce.
The one on the other side has.
Well, yeah, that's one that's accurate. So there it is. I'm getting close to where it's going to start the ruffle. But yes, this is a nice pattern. It's it's just an enjoyable pattern, and I'm happy to say I think I have more than enough airport hot sauce.
Cool. Okay, now I don't have a lot I was sick this past week, so in fact I didn't even, I think I slept most of the morning away on Sunday, because
I was honestly surprised you didn't sleep a whole day away on Sunday.
Whatever it is, I'm over it, I think, but it was started out as a cold that was had me tired all week, which means I didn't want to do anything except sleep, and then Sunday it decided to be mean, and I had to leave church early, so but I did. That's why I only have 3 projects. Well, I probably would have only had 3 projects anyway, but maybe been further along. So, and that's why I was not very active also on the boards. I tried to be a little more active on the boards the last few times, but didn't get that point. Okay, so this one, the one I'm working on today, I did do a little work on it before everything kind of said, no, you're going to go to sleep, is the Film Noir Shawl project from the Scrap Shawl Pattern by Anastasia Sattel. And you guys already know the particulars of this in terms of the yarns and things like that. But I think I did a couple rows on this because the rows are getting long now. So you can see that I've got the variegated started again on the bottom. I don't know if you can tell. I think you can.
Yeah, I think
it's kind of a stripe of the silver, and then there's another variegated. I'm really going to like this. I wanted this to be done by Christmas. I had a feeling it wouldn't be done by Christmas. It was too much to do.
But, now you can see it. You can just enjoy it without a timeline.
Yeah, and this is actually quite large. I could, if I wanted to, I could still wear it like this, but I like this shawl to be a big shawl.
No, that needs to be a big shawl.
So,
and mine is over here. I'm just not wearing it this second. Yeah. This is my, I'm just comfortable get up. I do actually change clothes. This hoodie is very comfortable. This is my alumni hoodie that I actually now can wear instead of having gotten it as a freshman because I didn't know what alumni was.
Yes.
But I wasn't the only freshman who did that, so.
Right. So yeah, and this is in my Angel's bag, my Knit's my bag, Knitting's my bag, Angel bag. So, yeah.
I don't know why the only ones in this color were the alumni shirts. Like, it was such pretty color. It was a redhead who picked up the other one, and he got picked on for it, too. But
Daddy and I have the ones that say Mom and Dad, but it doesn't have the infamous
the FU. Because Franciscan University and the innocent little administrators at Franciscan University didn't get that FU Mom and FU Dad can mean something very different. And it's one of those things that it's so wrong. But if you actually happen to have that as a parent, it's a collector's item.
Laura would get such a kick out of me having a shirt like that on. She would just giggle her head off.
Yeah, I forget who told me. It's probably one of the people who ran the shop for Franciscan, but that just
I bet they sold pretty well.
Oh, I bet they sold amazingly.
Not a real good representation for the school, though. Catholic school.
So amazing.
Yeah, it's your turn.
So next is I shall do this one because I'm actually at the end of the row for this, or end of the needle for this. So in my Kickapoo Bags Blue Puzzle Pieces bag is my Afterthought Watermelon Socks.
Looks pretty.
It does. It's just really nice because I don't need to think about anything. I just go stripe, stripe, stripe. Oh, more stripe. Let's just stripe, stripe, stripe. This is a good mindless reading sock because all I need to make sure is I don't drop a stitch. That's all. So I can be reading a book.
Mindlessly reads?
I can mindlessly. I don't need to be listening to an audiobook so that I can focus somewhat on what I'm doing. I can read a physical book or a Kindle book and do this. I mean, even though I'm enjoying my audiobook, I would like to finish some of the physical books I have.
Right.
And the Kindle books. All right, so, yes, there be that one. This is really nice. Here is my skein. I'm working to the end of the skein. Then I get to, figure out where I want the end of the foot to be. And then I'll figure out where I want the heel to be. All that jazz.
Jazz, jazz, jazz.
But yeah, the whole idea is to finish the skein.
All that jazzy, jazzy, jazz. She's not going to give me any for my squares.
No, this is fingering weight anyway. You wouldn't have any of this for your square.
I'm being a brat. Excuse me.
And the whole purpose of this sock is for me to finish, just like this one. This will be all used up. I like this one. I wish I could remember the name of this colorway. I feel like it was like a nautical colorway.
It might be. Reminds me of Florida for some reason.
Yeah. But I don't have the ball bands left for either of these. Although this one's kind of self-evident.
I think our Rolling Stones are in Belize or something now. Our PHN Rolling Stones. She knows who she is.
Yes, she does. Your turn.
Okay, just give me a second here.
I
I did do a tiny bit of work on this one off the podcast. This is in my Knit for Brains owl peacock bag that Laura gave me to mate to Taya's bag, but it's the drawstring, and it's a very well made drawstring. I'm impressed because I tend to pull the drawstrings
although you are a lot nicer to your drawstrings than I am.
No, it's a different thing that I do than you do. Sometimes I can't close them after a while because I lose the drawstring. So I did a little bit of work on this. I'm actually on the last of this knit round before I start the last purl and the last knit. No, the last two purl knit sections, and then I go into the hood. So you can see it's. I don't know if you can tell that it's kind of narrowing a little bit up here.
And by narrowing, she doesn't mean less stitches. She means that the rows are getting, the stockinette rows are getting shorter.
Yeah.
You need to clarify with that because it sounds like you're saying that it's thinning.
Well, that's what I meant at first, and then I realized that it really wasn't. So I did say what I meant to say, but it was wrong. It was an error. So, yeah, and this is Miss Babs in the blue slate colorway. And I think I'll probably keep this, although if I don't like the way it looks on me, Davina will be more than happy to inherit it because she likes anything that's silver blue because of Quicksilver.
Yeah.
So, yeah, this is, I'm using the recommended needles, but the yarn's a little bit lighter, so it's a lightweight hood, which is fine because I can wear it in the spring and in the fall. And in the winter if it's not too cold or windy.
Right.
So. And you can always wear it under another hat, over another hat.
I've done that.
Yeah. I go out, and when I go out because my ears get hurt very easily.
Medicine.
Okay, it better be medicine and not.
Oh, but we can stop it if it's her.
And we're back. We had a very lovely little 5-minute
interlude
visit with a friend of ours who stops by sometimes. Just unexpectedly, and we always are glad to see her.
Yes, and it's one of those things that usually it is one of those, you don't know that it's usually when it occurs, we're pretty sure either she needs it or we need it or both.
Or both of us need it.
So
because she's dealing with chronic illness at her house as well, and she's a beautiful lady, and we love talking to her, and so we just put you guys on pause for a little bit since you guys aren't waiting for us this time. And we went ahead and talked to her and had a nice little visit and found out what was going on with her in her house, and she got updated on us, and now we're back.
Yes.
So I think I pretty much said what I needed to say about this.
Did you put a little red in it this time?
I always have a little red in it.
Okay, because I was going to say, you look lighter than I am. And you aren't usually.
No, but when she puts the dye in, because my hair is so dark, as you get older, they don't like to have as dark, because my hair is almost black.
Okay, as I say, right now, I look almost black in comparison to you.
My hair is even darker than yours.
That's what I thought, and that's why I was confused. I'm like, I'm not darker than you. I mean, I'm dark.
Tabby said that I'm a little darker than you, and I'm one shade off of black.
So I'm two shades
my
off
natural,
of black.
my natural color. And so when both she and Crystal, my new hairdresser, because Crystal had to leave. She does her own.
The other one. Tabby
had to leave. She when the pandemic really started, she decided to open her own business in her house, and she's doing very well. But in any event, they both agree that having a little bit of a lighter of your hair color is better as you get older.
And I don't know why it hit me this time, because I think for whatever reason it hit me, the lighting or whatever.
Yeah, it's your turn.
But okay, so in my little skein in the big wool. Yes. Little skein in the big wool.
I did this out of order.
Velveteen rabbit bag.
I did this out of order.
Oops, the bunny.
Oh well, I'll fix it later.
And This is one of the few drawstring bags I have not managed to destroy in some way, shape, or form. So this is a survivor bag. It's a survivor. I'm making it. It's a survivor. Keep on surviving.
Okay, that's enough of that.
Okay, so this is Kay's
Vanilla latte?
I think this is vanilla latte. There's two different ones that I was doing at the same time, so now I'm always confused. This is vanilla cream.
Where's my...
This is what?
Where's my...
Useful sentences.
my pattern. Oh, there it is. Okay.
Okay, so these are the vanilla cream socks by K.F. Jones.
Use your words, big guy.
That's what I was thinking.
That is a reference.
It is, and it's a movie reference.
Yes, it is.
It's a cinema reference.
It's a cinema.
Okay, for the
Cinematic.
people who don't, because we promised that we would.
Yes, I'm trying to think which one it was. It was
that was Ultron.
Ultron.
Age
yeah,
of Ultron.
Age of Ultron. Avengers: Age of Ultron.
Because Thor went at him and
Yep.
picked Tony up by the throat.
Yep.
And why did he do it? Because Tony.
Messed with something he shouldn't have messed with. Because that's Tony.
That's Tony.
He does it from the right place.
Okay, he is the quintessential scientist you would see like in Jurassic Park, who just because we can do it doesn't mean we should.
I think Goldblum said that. You know,
that's exactly what you
just because
said.
we can do it doesn't mean we should.
So this is made out of Laura's yarn. This is Flamenco by the Pool, and the yellow is highlighter, and the pink is something else, and the pink will be on the other sock. So it'll be yellow cuff heels toe this sock, and the other one will, that's the yellow still. The other one will be pink cuff heels toe. So they will be fraternal twins, or they'll be cousins, because I think the fraternal, no, not these. I have another pair of socks where the heels are different from each other, and I alternate for I think it's the toes. So they have the same colors, it's just in a different area. So I would call those fraternals.
Maybe they're just boy-girl twins.
They could. Well, that's what fraternal twins are.
Not necessarily. Identical twins can be either two boys or two girls.
I thought you can't be identical if you're a girl and a boy. I
No,
thought you
no,
have
no,
to be
no.
fraternal.
No, you said that it has to be a girl and a boy. You said, okay. You had, what my point is that two girls can be fraternal and two boys can be fraternal
Oh, for
as
sure.
well. That's what I'm saying.
I knew that.
Okay, but that's not what you said.
Because they share different sacks.
Right.
But
Right.
you can only have two boys in a sack and two girls
Right,
in a sack.
I think so,
Because
yeah.
you can't have a boy and a girl in the same sack.
Well, they're not identical.
Yeah, they can't be identical.
If they're a boy and a girl, they're not identical. That would be strange.
It wouldn't work.
Yeah. It's like Davina's pet thing about guys being pregnant.
Yeah. But anywho, there we go. This is working out lovely. And I wear things on my feet that I wouldn't necessarily wear anywhere else, because these are not naturally my colors. These are definitely Davina's colors. And if she knew I had this, she'd probably want it in a hat. But she has something similar in a hat. And besides, she's not getting it.
Yes.
Because I wear
Because she's mean.
I wear knit socks all the time.
Mean and cruel.
She has enough hats.
You can never have enough. I gave her my first hat that was kind of a try at a fashion hat that I thought turned out terribly. I
wears
gave it to
it.
her. She wears it and it looks cute.
Well, she does know how to wear hats.
Yes,
She
Well,
really does.
She has a face for hats.
She does.
And it's also, I think it was slightly small for me in terms of what I wanted it to do.
Well, also you have more hair than she does, like the mass of it.
It looks really cute on her.
It looks really cute on her.
It was like one of my first ones. It's a dark blue. And she wore it today to Mass. So, okay, let me just...
Well, she's doing that. This nail polish will be changing in a bit, but I think this one is Ready, Set, Run, spelled R-E-D. And I have...
R-E-D-D-Y? Or R-E-D-Y? You said
It
ready.
has a dash. It has a dash. R-E-D...
Why?
dash D-Y, I think. Maybe. I can't remember. Anyway, and I had the unicorn top coat. So it's almost a week old. I'm starting to see that I need to change it. So I'm going to be doing one of my darker colors.
Okay.
I'm having fun with this, and yeah.
All right, in my Oops.
Davina's
Oops,
happy.
somebody-
She starts looking like, what nails are you wearing today? What color do you have coming in? Like now that she
She gets a kick out of doing anything like that. She gets a kick out of doing. You know.
so now it's not even just about me. It's about like it makes her happy.
Yeah. Okay. In my
I think she's a bit disappointed I had to go out of red
is this the right bag?
because I'm not gonna.
Okay. Just did.
What are
I
you
did the
looking
arm-
for?
Oh, I forgot Brittany's bag. Okay. I thought I had Brittany's bag here, but I guess I put it away.
What does it look like?
No,
it's a country one, right?
Yeah, it's okay. There's not a whole lot to show. Oh, here it is behind me.
Are you sitting on it?
Sitting on. No. Yeah, this is it. Okay. All right. I thought I had it here. I actually had mixed up my order. I did a little bit of work on this as well. This is my Brittany country bag, which I absolutely
Oops,
love.
Zeppler.
Ooh,
I don't know why that did that.
because it's not shaking so much that it should do that. I love this bag. Another drawstring that I really like. And I didn't do a whole lot. I think I basically did this on the podcast. But you can see that it is growing. So,
Yay.
and I have to look up a tutorial for picking up stitches because I don't have K's available
Yeah,
to
it's a
this
shame because
particular
Kay
moment.
does have
Yeah.
a good one. Like Kay does good tutorials.
Yes, she does. But I have another couple of people who also do.
There are a
do
couple.
tutorials.
Yeah. Now she does it garter just to make it easier to pick up stitches.
Right, and I appreciate that, and I love Kay, and there may be a time where I come back to that, but right now, with my time constraints, I wasn't able to do what I wanted to do with it.
I mean, you just pick up in between these You see, in between the ridges.
I'd have to do it with somebody watching so I know what I'm doing, but since I'm not picking up at this particular moment, it's not staying in my head.
Mhm.
I can hear what you're saying, but I have to do it
Right.
and see it and then go from there. But yeah, this is just it's called the Jelly Roll blanket pattern by K.F. Jones. I'm calling it the Country Roads blanket in honor of Brittany's bag.
Although it's actually Laura's scarf shawl.
It is not.
Not scarf shawl, scarf blanket.
It is not.
Laura's
in fact.
scarf blanket.
It is not. Although I promised Laura if I didn't go through, finish it all the way, I would send it to her. So she might be secretly wanting that to not be finished. But it's too thin to be a scarf. Although she could wrap it several times.
Well,
around.
and also, I mean, think of the Doctor Who scarf. It's a thinner scarf, and I think it's because he wraps it around a couple times.
I think it's still a little wider than this, though.
I'm not completely sure.
This is just
Because I'm not. That wasn't one of the Doctors I saw a whole lot of. I didn't go all the way through.
So yeah, this is basically just garter stitch, and I keep adding yarns in as I go. I need to weave in the ends, cut some of the ones I haven't cut and weave in the ends so that I can at least get an idea of what it looks like without all the ends. And then if I determine that I am going to go ahead and pick up the stitches, I think once I determine, it'll go faster because then it's like, okay, I'm not just like, oh, I'm going to have to pick up stitches. I can just go. Because I enjoy just one more square, one more square, one more square.
Well, also, because I think maybe it might be easier for you to a certain extent because you're not doing a straight stretch of picking up stitches. You're going to be
Just
doing
one,
you pick up one stitch and then you're knitting that row because you're doing an applique basically, applied edge.
Yeah, you'll have to show me because I'm not sure exactly what I'm doing. But in any event, it gives the feel of doing the blocks. It gives me that kind of block that I like to do in terms of see it on a blanket, but I don't have to do the blocks and then piece it.
Well, that's why I'm really surprised you don't like the miter square because
I tried it several times.
and I don't know why that one doesn't hit for you because there's actually less stitches to pick up.
Yeah, I might have to try it again.
I think that what happened was you got intimidated by the picking up stitches and you didn't go farther.
Yeah.
Because you didn't even get to the point of picking up stitches. You did your square.
I did one square.
And then you got intimidated and you stopped.
Yeah.
I think once you did this picking up stitches, I think you'd be fine because there's not a lot of stitches to pick up.
And I don't have to worry about it being the right size because
it all works with how many stitches you have to pick up.
Yeah, and that's what I like about this as well is that I don't have to worry about the sizes. I can just do. And I have ideas of things that I want to do, but I haven't had the brain power. I've been really tired, so I just you know.
Welcome to my world.
Yeah, and it sounds like a boring refrain. I do apologize for saying that like multiple times a podcast, but it's the truth. So,
The whole truth and nothing but the truth.
and that's the truth.
So then...
And that is a reference.
I think this might be my final
I don't remember
one.
if it's Hee Haw or Laughing that used to do that with Edith Ann.
This is my last one. I don't know, but I don't know any of those
Well,
things.
one of the older people will know. Where's the tissue box? Oh, there it is.
So in my final project is let go. In my Brittany ornament bag, it's a Silver Shade USA bag. Brittany gave this to me when I was designing a lot of ornaments. I do plan eventually getting back into designing ornaments, but brain power does not exist. And this is very nice for my Christmas socks. So in here,
Such a pretty bag.
it is. And this colorway is originally called Harry.
Matchy matchy.
It is. That's part of why it's in there. And it's Twisty Sport, and it's Nomadic Yarns. I enjoy Nomadic Yarns. This is her Gobstopper. I enjoy her Gobstoppers. I love this colorway. She calls it something else Christmassy now because of copyright issues. But isn't that gorgeous with the black and the gold, red and green? It's just beautiful.
Is that the place where I had to buy stuff for Davina? Yeah.
Mhm.
She's really nice.
Yeah, and this is a sport weight here. She does sport and she has fingering. I've only done her sport weights because I can get, if I wanted to, I can get fingering elsewhere. Although I do like the way she dyes her yarn. I don't know why I bothered to put this other color in here because I decided not to use it. But
This isn't one of mine, is it?
no, that is, I can't remember.
It's almost like dragon scales or something.
Yeah, I can't remember who that is. But this is the Victorian. Oops, thank you. This lady does really nice sport weight patterns for socks. I've knit one of hers. It was the diamond. Well, I call it the Peridot socks, but it was diamond something or other socks. This is Judy Sumner's Victorian scallop sock. You can't really see the pattern because, you know, the black and white doesn't do it justice. And I really like the way she writes her patterns. They pull the sock out. I'm at the gusset decreases. And what I like about this is it kind of gives me this wavy feel to my stripes, which makes it very different than my other
Looks
one.
like it's got a texture to it.
It does have a texture to it.
Okay, yeah.
It's the scallops.
Mhm.
So yeah, it's very nice. And what's nice about it is the way she has it set up is the pattern is you start it again each needle. So it's like, okay, you know, like, all right, when I get to the end of this needle, I start again.
That's good. You have to remember. You just
It's very nice.
Intuitive.
Exactly. So this is one.
idiot proof.
This is one I will only knit on DPNs because it's a lot simpler if I just knit it on the DPNs. I mean, I can just go for the magic loop you get. I can just do recognize I have two of them on here. You know, two of them on each needle if it is a magic loop, but it's just simpler to do it than DPNs. So yeah, I like how it's working up. I know I have to repair the other pair in this yarn because I really abused them and they need some mending to them. And this yarn is well worth mending the socks. I don't want to just dump it after it's good service.
Is mine? Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I'm wearing mine. I don't take mine off.
I know. I just know. Don't ask me to explain myself.
So yes, I worked on this. Sometimes I have difficulty staying awake while I am attending online mass. So my hope was, and this worked pretty well for me, is I worked on something with a little bit more complexity so I could keep myself awake. And it worked pretty well. So this became, during the past couple days, my online mass knitting.
I'm sorry for the noise. I'm trying not to sit on the stash enhancements.
So yes, that is it for me. Let me put the tag and all that back in here. Lump.
Okay. So what next?
Then that leads us on to shop. Let me just wave my
Where is
bag.
my tea gone?
Presumably because you drank it. In my Knit Nerd Talia bag, this is the design. It's probably going to be in here for the next eon because it's a nice big design and it doesn't require any brain power for me. And I'm making it as big as I want to. So there.
So there.
Hey, look. Matchy.
Yep, matchy matchy.
Matchy matchy.
Okay. All right. My shop, nothing new. I had hoped to start dyeing yarn, but fatigue and
Well, then you were
not
sick.
feeling well.
I'm sure everyone is delighted you didn't give them germs via yarn. Although, it stuff's hot enough
Yeah,
when you
yeah,
probably
yeah.
would boil off all the germs.
But I no.
No, it wasn't. It was good that she didn't.
Yeah, they wouldn't even let me cook on Sunday. So, anyway, moving on. So
But good thing is we've got new mashed potatoes for the shepherd's pie.
Yeah.
Like it might well be a keeper.
yeah, my husband even thinks that he's gonna like it. So
Which that's a big deal.
yeah, because this is all gluten-free, dairy-free because it was Ty's birthday deal.
And we
Dinner?
had to like really try to make it something that he would eat
Yeah.
because the original recipe he didn't like.
It had lentils in it.
And so at some point, Mom and I will have to try the original just for us because we like lentils. It might be something we keep in the fridge, freezer, kind of thing, and we have it at lunchtime or something.
We have to put it in portions.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Put it in little portions and then pull it, almost like a TV dinner type thing where you pull it out and instead
A
of
healthy TV dinner.
Yeah, instead of heating up, like a pot pie that has all these preservatives in it and junk, you heat.
Although Daddy's gonna make me a pot pie, a real pot pie.
A real pot pie
for my birthday.
But instead of like the shop ones, you have like these nice homemade meals that are I pull it out then.
Yeah.
Kind of like what I used to do when I was doing the 5 dinners 1 hour where I prep at the beginning of the week and I would have everything in there and then all I had to do is mix it, cook it, whatever.
Well, yeah, we used to do stuff, with homeschooling that we'd kind of do things ahead of time because I wasn't at like some of the people who I knew who homeschooled. They would do a whole week worth of meal and they'd freeze it. Like they'd cook on the weekend and they'd freeze it all and then they'd do it
That's
that
kind
way.
of what I did with 5 dinners 1 hour.
Yeah.
Although I didn't have to make as many things because it was just for me because I cooked what I wanted to eat.
Yeah.
Because I was trying new recipes, I was experimenting. That was even before I went gluten-free, dairy-free.
Yeah.
Just because I wanted to discover what I liked outside of the family. Because we do have a bit of a limited, because Davina and Dad are very picky. So if I want to try new foods, I have to cook for myself.
I'll try it for the most part,
Right.
unless it's spicy.
I do have a tendency to like the Latin foods. So there's a little bit more spice to that. So there's some things that I will eat there that Mom might not want to eat. Now, Dad shares my like of spice, but he doesn't share my enjoyment of...
Vegetables.
Well, it's really interesting. 'Cause it's not like I'm a huge vegetable person, but if I have it in the right way...
He's interesting.
Oh, yeah, when I made this, was it the soup that I made, that he was like, you don't make anything I want to eat. I had enchiladas for Thanksgiving to replace lasagna or whatever the pasta dish was. And then I had made, just because we happened to have the rest of the stuff for it, I had already made the tomato basil. What was the other one I made? Because we just happened to have everything for it.
I don't know. I don't remember.
Oh, it was a Tuscan bean. It was a Tuscan bean soup. It was a white bean. Yeah, it was a Tuscan bean soup. Because Dad was like,
Oh, yeah, I remember that. Yeah,
You don't
because
make-
I like it.
yeah. And he's like, you can make anything I like. I'm like, this was for Mom. it had nothing to do with you. Because Mom sometimes has trouble with, a lot of chewing. So I was like, beans, that's actually something like, even if you can't do the chewing.
Provided you can get your mouth open.
Provided you can
Yeah,
get your mouth
yeah.
open. But you don't have to chew it a lot once you get it in there.
So
So it was like, that wasn't for you. You were not at all in mind.
you never make anything for me.
So
So you made tamales for
I
him.
made tamales, and he has forgiven me.
Yes,
At
we
this
like
point,
those.
I
We
need to
love
finish
them.
the tamales I have in the freezer.
But okay, so that takes care. My shop, I will try to get some things up. Taya, we finally did her birthday. My birthday's this weekend. My mother-in-law is in hospice, so things might be a little bit dicey for the next couple of weeks till we find out what's going on. And prayers would be appreciated for her. So yeah, just keep an eye on the shop. But it might not be overly quick
Indeed.
at the moment. Okay, so that leads us on to graphic novel.
Yes, it does. Thank you. I had almost forgot. So this is, I actually did quite a few booktubes in a row, And I did my last one. I actually did some editing because I had some fun outtakes where I just like I had spilled all my books all over the place. I was trying to show, and I was like, huh, that's actually kind of funny. And then I had a couple like things where one thing where I forgot what I was talking about. So I had that at the start, but I was like, well, I do want to go right into the video for that. I was like, what I really need is a logo. So I created a logo, and that's now my booktube picture.
You can see it on her channel.
Yeah. But I got a smaller version that I copied and printed to put in my journal eventually. But the thing that tends to get the most attention is my red glasses. And so I wanted that to be the only colored thing. So front of the book is Talia and her dad, and then we had the bind. I went and looked at all my books for the binding to see what the different kinds of ways that people did it. And the author is Talia Reads and Knits, which is what the if I was to do like if there was a search they could see Talia Reads and Knits.
I think you should take out that.
I like that.
No, unsolicited strong opinions. Period.
Oh. So, and then underneath for the logo, like this is the people who put it out is BookTube. Mm-hmm. And then I have as like the descriptor on the back, unsolicited strong opinions on all things literary.
She should take out all things literary. Just strong opinions. Unsolicited strong opinions.
So, yes, I had fun with this. And it was just fun. It's different.
Daddy's always tickled when you use your artwork.
He is. He doesn't understand why I don't do it all the time. He like I only do it when it's useful.
And we talked about that. Daddy and I did one time. He does get it. It's just on one level. He just
Well, because drawing is his passion, so he makes time for it. For me, it's utilitarian. It's I have the ability, thankfully, to do it when I want it, and I'm not at the level I probably would be if I did it more, but it serves its purpose.
Yeah. Okay,
so there's that. I guess it leads us on stash enhancement.
Okay, so we're going to start out. Ty's got a ton of stash enhancements.
Because birthday.
For birthday. So we're going to start out with first something that Davina gave me.
And then we need to...
Oh, let's do that first. Where's my phone?
So, okay, I found this by accident. I was looking for something else. I was trying to see if there were books on the history of Ehlers-Danlos. There wasn't. But what came up, I forgot how much I liked these when I had a different phone. Sock Pop? I forget what they're called. Not sock. Pop sockets. So it, of course, works as a stand. These are old. I don't think anyone uses these anymore. They're not cool anymore. But it works as a stand, and it also works to help you hold the phone. For someone who has trouble with their hands, this is actually kind of useful. And then, Mom and I always like to have a stand for us. So mine is an Ehlers-Danlos one. It's a zebra, and he fell down, or he's sleeping or something. Either works.
Fatigue.
Yes, fatigue. Every now and then I fall apart. Mm-hmm. So... he's cute. I haven't named him yet. It's definitely he.
And mine's also a he, but mine is, no surprise here, mine is an owl. And he's got a cup of tea. And no, not a coffee. Tea. And
it doesn't say coffee on it. It actually has a leaf on it.
Yep. And so, he's reading a book.
Yes. And he's sitting on books.
And tentatively, his name is Ollie. Tentatively. And he's just adorable. So...
because I said, Mom, you could totally benefit from this because she has it where her hands will seize up, but especially she doesn't have to carry stand with her everywhere for when she wants.
That stand, it works, but it gets knocked over really easy.
It's been really convenient to have this stand. I forgot how convenient these things were.
It's really cute. And I think his name is probably going to stay Ollie,
mm-hmm.
which means it could be either Oliver or Olivia. But
that's a boy.
That's a boy owl.
That's a boy owl.
That's a boy owl. So, I love him. He's cute and he's adorable. Which leads into another enhancement that Davina gave me when I was sick. How cute is this? Isn't that just the cutest thing? I just love it. I had her do a scan for me so I can have a copy to put in my journal.
Flip it around because
here's her logo.
She now has official card logos. And she'll do that on the back of all her cards. Does she have a catalog now where she can print them out if she needs to?
I think she might.
Because I think Dad has all of them. Like, so if she wanted to, she could...
Davina Fernandez cards is what it says under the logo.
Yeah.
And the cute little... It says, hope you get owl the way better.
Oh, no.
And then she has a little note in here. So I just love this, and I probably will put. I don't know if she scanned this part or not, but I can always write that in. But I'll probably put the sentiment that she wrote on the as a pre-printed on the card. She didn't pre-print it, but was usually
it's supposed to be where the pre-print is.
Not what she put up here because
it was a darker print. It's definitely intended to be the thing inside the card that you
because she signed it up here.
Yes, so, like everyone does.
Yeah. So yeah, it's really cute. I think it's got a little owl with a thermometer,
and a teddy bear,
a baseball cap backwards, and a teddy bear, and in bed because she made it while I was sleeping on Sunday. So.
I wonder why he's wearing his hat backwards in bed.
I don't know.
Because at first...
It's definitely a baseball cap.
It's definitely a baseball cap. It's not like one of those water bottle things or even like something on... No, that's definitely a baseball cap.
No, I thought at first it was water, but it's not. It's a baseball cap. The little bubbles.
I know that probably means something in comic.
Yeah, I don't know what that is.
I think it's like Disney kind of things.
Yeah. It looks kind of...
I think that's usually what they have that for.
But it's really, really cute. I absolutely love it. So, and then we got a surprise package from Brittany about a week ago. It came before Talia's birthday. We decided to open it
in between
because Talia's birthday was Friday. Mine is next Monday. So
no, my birthday was Thursday.
Was it Thursday?
Mm-hmm. Okay. It was. I had a migraine on Thursday.
That's right. So hers was Thursday. Mine is not today, but next Monday. Or today's Tuesday. So we got a nice card.
Yes. From
Brittany.
And I'm quite sure it's her card.
I'm absolutely positive. Oh, look at this. Oh. Aren't those beautiful? These are going in. This is going into my journal.
Yeah, and it's the right size that I don't have. Whoopsie. Hey, look, journal stuff.
Cool people read. And
this is so cool.
I'd rather be reading. Oh, that's great.
Mine has cup of tea and books.
Oh, that's great.
And then the other one, because this is so me. The octopus with a bunch of books that he's reading at one time. Absolutely me. I'm always reading like 20 books at once.
I usually read about 3. I don't read quite as many as you do at one time.
I read a bunch at once. If you watch the BookTube, I'm always starting a new book, and I've never finished the one But I'm actively reading them all, so it's absolutely me. I'm an octopus reader.
Another year this is great. Thank you so much, Brittany. And I want to make sure you see this. I don't know if she drew that.
It's drawn.
But it's beautiful.
It's beautiful.
It's adorable, and it's going into my journal.
Yes. I already have putting together a book. Like, the book ones will go around my BookTube. Like, I have all those book cutouts, and I have my BookTube logo. So the two things will go there, and then I'll have the card elsewhere.
Well, thankfully, she did it this way, so if I want to, I can, cut it and put the...
Or you can have it open.
Or I can have it... Well, then I can't see this.
No, what I mean is, okay, what I did...
Oh, I see what you're saying. Just let it so you can...
Yeah, open, close.
Yeah.
Because I did that one time with something.
And... So that's going to go in there. This one and Davina's are going to go... Well, Davina's is going to be a scan because it's too big.
Well, yeah, it's big.
But this is going to go into my Eeyore one because it's so whimsical. I love it. Now the gifts, which she very sweetly gave us.
Yes, I'm trying to be nice to the paper.
I don't want to hurt my card. I'm going to have to turn it this way so I can put it into the... You opening the... Yeah.
The little one first.
Okay.
Or the long one, or whatever.
The long one.
Oopsie. Funny.
Be gone, long one. Yes, it's a reference.
And that was a Robin Hood, wasn't it?
It was a Robin Hood reference. A Disney Robin Hood.
Yes. The one... Let's see. Robin Hood and Little John running through the forest.
Scooping up. Yeah, that's...
Oodie lottie, oodie lottie.
That was, what's his name? Trailers for Sale or Rent.
Oh, I didn't know that was him.
Yes, it was.
Poirot! Stickers! Oh my gosh!
I'm afraid to rip. I can't get the paper open without ripping it.
You're going to have to rip a little bit, because I had to. Okay, so it has... oh, that is so cool. So you have... I'm not sure who the pipe is supposed to be. I think the upper part might be just... some different things with detectives. They have the center, which is Hercule Poirot. Oh, this is his hat, his bow tie, his patent leather shoes. That's great. And then it is this little gray cells, mon ami, on which one must rely.
Oh.
This is amazing.
This one says, there is nothing more deceptive than obvious fact. Sherlock Holmes.
You've always been more of a Holmes person than me.
Arthur Conan Doyle. Oh, that's great. Look at that.
This is amazing.
Thank you so much, Brittany.
Actually, I'm not sure if this is a bookmark.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was this too. This
No,
is even
it's bookmark.
better.
No, it's a bookmark. Isn't that awesome?
Oh, this is amazing. Okay, this is my officially my Agatha Christie bookmark.
This will go in my Sherlock Holmes book. Yes.
I'm
Yes.
so excited.
That's awesome.
Oh, this is amazing.
Thank you
This is
very
even better
much.
than what I thought it was.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Okay, what do we have in here? I think, Brittany, I may have to just rip the paper on this.
Because, I was thinking of starting pretty soon for my, I need to finish Until We Have Faces by C.S. Lewis.
C.S. Lewis.
And then I told myself I can start for my next historical fiction, the one that Agatha Christie wrote set in ancient Egypt. And this would be perfect.
Awesome. I am reading, right now I'm listening to an Agatha Christie, but I have a full volume of an omnibus of Sherlock Holmes. I read it I haven't read it in a long time because it's been since I think I was pregnant with Davina.
Really?
So it's a beautiful book, and I'm going to put it in there, I think.
Well, and especially when it's a beautiful book, it's well worth it.
Yay! I love these cards. Look at this. Take delight in the Lord. Oh, isn't that beautiful?
I'm trying to be nice to this.
Two of my favorite things, faith and teacups.
And the combination of the two.
Yep.
Oh, an owl! Oh, look at his face! Look at that! Teapots.
Eyeballs. Let's see here.
You're so sweet.
This is cute. Oh, hello.
That's fun. Oh, this is
And
nice. I need to
use-
save these.
I use Brittany's cards. I actually use them almost exclusively.
Now, I am very careful. Like, if I don't, I'm not sure if I have an address or if I don't think it's the person who
Oh yeah.
rates.
I don't write a lot of people. If you get a Brittany card, you rate.
You rate.
Yeah.
Like, it has to
Coffee,
be.
tea.
You have to be deserving.
Yes, you have to be worthy. You have to be
Happy
able,
Mother's
You have to
Day.
be able to lift the card. Oh,
Then this one, I love it.
look, this one's coffee and tea.
I've had one in a different color like this. So, yay. I think my last one was pink.
What's that?
Of this particular one, it's
Oh, that's cute.
very cute. I've always liked that design.
Oh, I like this. Brittany, this is perfect. I get a lot of prayer requests.
Oh, that's a good idea.
So praying for you. I absolutely love that.
And then she added some little yarn ones. I have a couple of these, which have yarn
Ooh,
and needles.
that's pretty.
Yeah, that's one I
pretty.
have here. So a few of these. So these are ones that I would, book lover, you're among friends. I want that bookcase.
Oh, look at this.
And the thing is, I actually have something similar that my dad made. Oh, these are postcards that my dad made. But
Oh, I
I
got some of
decided to
those
use
too.
them for yarn instead.
I got some yarn and some, like the bookcase one.
Oh,
This might not go out. This might go into my
they might
journal.
be bookmark. There might be bookmarks too.
I think they might go into my journal. Look at these. I love these. I love the old-fashioned bookshops and bookcases and all
Why
that.
don't they make bookshops that look like this anymore?
Isn't that great? The one downtown is actually pretty close.
I guess it is. You're right. It is the one with the cat.
Mm-hmm.
Do they still have the cat? I think they make a point of keeping
Keeping
a cat there
yeah.
because it gives a certain feel, and they usually have a
Oh, here's
pretty.
another book one.
Oh, that's cool. Look at this bookshelf.
I can't quite see. Oh, that's beautiful. I can't quite tell.
This one makes me think more of the one we have.
But what?
Hang on.
It looks like.
Okay, so they're in different directions.
I thought
So
yeah.
it's almost like
Almost like you're walking on books and books on the ceiling.
right, or it could be this way.
Oh, wall to wall.
It's,
That's what it
it's
is.
this way because some of them
Yeah.
are sideways. That's
yeah.
what it is.
So here it is. It's like this.
So you're just walking into walls of books.
And this is at the end.
Yes.
And you got these on the side.
Now this one, the way this is set up, that's like our bookshop.
Yeah.
That's like our bookshop. More
And
than
this, we have this there too.
Yeah, more than let's see. I think it's this one. More than this one is.
We even have some of this in our old bookshop
Yes.
here in town.
Yes. But yeah, we have.
Brittany, these will probably go in my journal.
Our bookshop like that has a cat, and they always have a very friendly cat, and it'll sit on your lap while you're perusing the books if you happen to sit down.
Right. And then I come home and I have to change my clothes because I start sneezing.
But it's usually such a sweet cat.
Brittany, these are amazing. Thank you so much. Brittany she spoils us with her cards. We absolutely love them. And I don't know if she takes orders anymore, but they're well worth anything that she might charge for them because they're absolutely beautiful cards.
Mustaches.
Huh?
Sorry, mustaches.
Okay. Am I Sherlock Holmes?
The best mustaches. Well, do you remember in Hercule Poirot's Christmas where he kept staring at the inspector's mustaches?
Yes.
And he asked if he used, was it a pomadade or whatever?
Yeah.
And the guy looked at him in absolute horror. He's like, no. And Poirot sighed and said something about the age and then having to dye it.
Yeah. Let me show you my last one.
But remember, the Countess definitely does not dye her hair red. It is naturally still red.
Yes, although
it is dyed. But it's denial, which is in Egypt.
Okay, now I want to show you my last enhancements because Taya's got a huge amount.
Because birthday.
Because of birthday. So, I went to Hobby Lobby with Mike and Davina the other day.
And by the other day, she means Saturday.
Yeah. And so...
when they picked up my chick-fil-A.
Yeah. And so I got some things that were journal related. I found out that Hobby Lobby has some nice ephemera and stuff. But the first thing I saw were these pages. And...
and Mom had, underneath this one is maps. Mom has always enjoyed maps. In fact, when what book was it that I think when I got my Shannara trilogy, I made a point of coming over and showing you the maps that he had in there.
I love maps. I make maps for my stories. So.
I don't do very well things like maps and things like that.
That's music?
Oh, I need to show you, Mom. My Silmarillion comes with a map where you can take it out. I think,
right.
So you can then go and like, oh, this is where we're...
Right. So here's... I'm going to... In the interest of going faster, I'm going to show you a few.
That's a good idea. Just kind of like fan it.
Yeah, so here's these.
And you'll also see them as she puts them in the journal.
Yeah, these going in my journal. And these will probably go... if I have any left over, I told Taya I didn't get 2 of each. I said if I don't use any, I'll give her the scraps.
For sure. This is her...
so these were only like 59 cents a piece. So that was the first thing I saw. Well, no, I take that back. This was when I went back to the paper craft. The first thing I saw was this.
And you have things that are similar.
And
you have other booklets books like this.
Now this Taya will get some because they
tend to have multiples.
There are multiples in here, like 2 or 3 pages of each, 4 pages of each. I can't.
Hold on. I'll flip through even if we can't open. You get to get a general idea.
I got one from Walmart, a large one that I cut in half. No, from Walmart. The last time I gave you one, and it was really big, so I cut it in half, and it's reversible.
Oh, yeah.
And then I went through and I looked at the stickers, and I thought, I want something whimsical for my Eeyore journal. And so I got these little fairies. I don't know if you can see with the glare.
I'll go up close. Fairies.
And then this one where she thought she was going to get the rabbits, and I said, no. You get 2 rabbits.
Yeah, you told me I could get these upper rabbits.
Yeah, and I get the bun on the bottom because that's the same as the big one up here. So, except it's smaller. And then I was looking around and I saw, oh, these are kind of nice. Because I always have a soft spot.
I've had my eye on those in the shop before because they're really pretty.
Okay, I thought I had 2 of these, but I guess I have 1 of these.
No, I'm pretty sure that they just come by themselves. Because I've seen them. I've seen them in it's either in Lovecrafts or I think it's probably Lovecrafts.
Etsy has a bunch of them too. Then there's this, which is quasi whimsical.
I saw something else like that in Lovecrafts as well.
It's got mushrooms and it looks like butterflies, and I didn't realize it, but it seems like it has some square things as well in here. It's got a whole bunch of ephemera in here, just kind of nature kind of things. And then I picked up this, and these. Okay, here, look at the front of this.
This makes me think of some stuff I've seen other people use.
They're tickets.
Which is awesome.
Now, and Hobby Lobby, I said to my husband, I said, I could easily pick up one of everything. They had they called them paper dolls, but what they were paper busts of like Victorian and other, and they had all this kind of period timepiece. I love that.
But it's probably a good thing to figure out what you would do with it first.
Oh, I could easily have broken the bank over there with the ephemera, and I was really surprised that they had all this, because normally I just stay in the yarn area.
Right. I mean, before that you were in the stamps.
Yeah.
You didn't look much the other, because you were still kind of we weren't journaling. You were doing cards.
Yeah.
So it's slightly different.
And I can use these for cards as well.
Right. Oh.
But so that's basically what I did for my stash enhancements. You saw my owl, you saw the paper stuff, and you saw the beautiful gifts from Brittany.
Yes.
So that's it. That does it for me.
So first I'll be showing my Adagio gifts. The pumpkin spice Moscow Mule. So these kind of things will probably
Go to prizes.
Go into prizes, because pumpkin spice can be touch and go for me. It depends on how it's done and what kind of spices or whatever. Then I've been wanting to try this, and I'm so excited. Sleeping Dragon, and I think it's a green tea, and I've just been wanting to try it for a while. I think partially because of the name. Then this is Wild Strawberry. So this is a tisane. I should drink this one reading Poirot.
I'd like to taste that. I'm very hesitant about just fruit.
Well, this is Rose Hips Hibiscus, apple pieces, natural strawberry flavor, strawberries, and raspberry leaves. So you might actually like it better than me.
Might like it.
I think this might have been in the Easter one.
Possibly.
I think it might have been that.
Because I have a kind of a love-hate relationship with some of the fruit ones. Sometimes they can be medicinal tasting, or they can be fake tasting, like artificial.
I think the hibiscus, which you tend to really
I do like hibiscus. It makes me think of the Germany tea.
Then there's
which is what I think was in the Germany tea, hibiscus.
Probably.
Yeah.
White monkey.
Have I had that? White monkey?
Not sure. This is a green tea. Well, you can try it at some point.
Yeah.
Because I have more of it. Chocolate truffle.
Yes, I have that. I think somebody gave it to me.
Scottish breakfast. I've been wanting to try some Scottish breakfast.
Sean Connery.
And then, here's my sugar. Yeah. Rock sugar crystals. I'll put in my container.
Did somebody gift you that? Mm-hmm. Yeah, I got a gift of that as well.
Then toasted mott. I like motts. Kukicha.
I have some of that as sample, you know. Portions.
I believe I have it in Physician. It's one of the things I have in Physician.
In Physician?
Mm-hmm.
In Physician.
I have Hojika and I have Kukicha.
In Physician?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And then the other one was White Monkey. This one is Golden Monkey. So
one of those is a green tea.
The green one is the white monkey. And the Golden Monkey looks like it's some sort of...
Looks like an oolong.
That color is usually used for black. It says black tea.
What does it? Mm-hmm. I thought the oolong was this color.
It probably is too.
Yeah. They have a real dark one for black tea as well, I think.
Yeah. Scottish breakfast is a black tea.
Yep.
Toasted mott is an herbal tea. And then kukicha is a green tea. Rock sugar
is a rock
sugar. Chocolate truffle is a black tea. White monkey is a green tea.
Did you not get all your... so that you had some tins.
Those are coming... I don't have any... Oh, the tin gifts came with last time.
Oh, you showed them already. Okay.
I believe I had some tin gifts. Or one tin gift. Mm-hmm. But then I have my order with the mixture of Davina's card. And then I have gifts in that order.
Right. People on Adagio are very generous.
Mm-hmm. And the other wild strawberry is an herbal. Did I have two herbal? What's the other herbal? I said herbal a second ago.
Yeah, white monkey, I think it was.
Toasted mott. Of course, toasted mott's an herbal. It's a high caffeine herbal.
Okay. I don't have any more.
Well, this is my birthday stuff now.
Yeah.
Oopsie. Somebody put Sleeping Dragon here, which is a green tea. So, I need to show this with something else. There it is. So, I follow on Instagram. I wish I could remember her name. She was shared to me by a PHNer. She does vegan Mexican recipes, and she has a site and everything. I actually have, Mom gave to me her Kindle book, because it's the only way this book is available. It's vegan tamales, and it goes through dessert tamales and all this sort of
It's a thing.
It's a thing.
Mm-hmm.
Well, because she had people like give her a hard time about it. She's like, "No, I'm Mexican. This is a thing. Stop giving me a hard time." But
And who cares if it wasn't?
right, exactly. But she mentioned she uses these tablets to make hot chocolate, and they're vegan chocolate tablets. Well, I didn't use her brand because it was more expensive, but I found another brand of vegan hot chocolate tablets, which means, it's automatically something I can have because vegan is dairy free. So, abuelita,
Little grandma.
and so it has little tablets, and it tells me how to do it, but it's in Spanish, so I'll follow her directions. And then this is the traditional way of doing it, of mixing it. And they said it's kind of a whiskey thing, too. And this was actually the one she suggested, so I went with the one she suggested.
I like it.
I think it's cool.
It's pretty.
It's pretty, too. Yeah, exactly. I definitely will hand wash.
Absolutely.
But I hand wash anyway. Handmade by Mexican handcrafters.
We generally don't use our dishwasher.
You do that. Mm-hmm. So I'm excited. I will have to make maybe one night some nice Mexican hot chocolate. And I do plan eventually on making other kinds of hot chocolate. See? But I'm so excited. That'll be the first of her recipes I'll try, I think. And that's a fairly easy, because I wanted to do forays into different recipes in the cultures. So, going into this, I have a Kindle book of this, but I had missed directions for the tamales because I didn't see that there was a next page, and I kept having to refer back and forth. So I wanted this, and it also is a spiral.
Tell you, we have to.
Okay, yes.
I have a phone appointment in an hour.
Okay, I'll just show the one picture.
Actually, an hour and a half.
These are churros. I guess this is dessert.
Because we lost about 10 minutes.
Yeah, we did.
So
if I say a lot of pictures, this has my tamale recipe in here.
yeah, show a couple pictures and then,
Okay, maybe I showed the churros, and let's just open it random to a different one. Arroz rojo, red rice.
That looks good. It
It
doesn't
does
look
look-
red, though. It looks cheesy.
Use white rice. It's a tomatoes.
Okay.
They didn't use tomatillos this time around. Green peas if canned, drained, frozen, thaw. Fresh. Actually, so this has things that are pretty easy to get a hold
That
of.
sounds good.
It does, and it uses white rice, so I can actually have it.
Well, that's the whole thing, right?
Well, I mean, because sometimes they use pilaf, you know. But these things, what I like about the recipes from this kind of thing is they also go through at the beginning. It's not just the recipes; they talk about the culture.
Yeah.
Which I enjoy. And besides, this is a beautiful book.
It is.
So this is my Mexican one, and I have my dad's dad was half Mexican. The other half was Spanish. And they came over. His parents came over on the boat.
All his grandparents came on the boat, and or the next generation came up. Previous generation. We're an immigrant family. All of us.
All of us. Yeah.
Both sides.
We cannot date ourselves back to the Mayflower.
No.
Nowhere close.
Nope.
So my grandmother is Colombian. Like, she came over from
Yeah,
Colombia
she
when she was a
citizen.
teenager.
Naturalized citizen.
So, I wanted some Colombian recipes as well. And I know their hot chocolate is different as well.
Mm-hmm.
This is Colombiana. And again, it has this huge cultural section. And what I want to do is find a Colombian recipe I like and make it for my grandmother one time she comes over. She hasn't had Colombian food, and who knows how. She never made Colombian food because my grandpa eats Italian
He's
food.
Italian.
So she actually was telling me she has, when she got married, her family members gave her Colombian recipe books in Spanish that she's never used. That she keeps because they're special, but she never uses them. But yes, I look forward to this. And then this one is definitely a family thing. Those two things will probably only be using them, to be honest.
Oh, I'll eat it.
But no one else will be cooking from it.
No. Unless I make something for you for your birthday or something.
Right, which could well be. The thing is, Dad won't eat it. Mm-mm. So that won't happen.
If he goes TDY or something.
But this is something that everyone will eat. I love chicken. This is my preferred meat.
Me too.
I like pork as well.
Yes,
but
I like chicken, pork, and fish.
This is the Chicken Bible. Say goodbye to boring chicken with 500 recipes for easy dinners, braises, wings, stir fries, and so much more. When I got this book, Dad and me was like, so he's looking through my book while I'm opening my presents. And it's another one. The first thing I made sure to do was Dad pictures.
Yeah.
He loves cookbooks with pictures.
Not because I need pictures to show. He likes to see what it's going to look
He
like.
wants to see what he's going to possibly make, and it has it separated into like roasted and all that other kind of stuff. So, and that was what's good about both of these other cookbooks. They have a lot of pictures too, because that's really has to be what the justification is for getting it physical. Now, sometimes like the Mexican one, I've missed directions.
We have to get what.
So those are the cookbooks, and then I got a lot of physical books this time around, which is great because that's what I've been reading. Dad surprised me with some of these books.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, my husband was all excited because he said, "You always get all Taya's gifts."
He did a good job. Now I had some Kindle ones I won't have to show, but before I go into the books, I have stamping stuff now because I had stamps but nothing to stamp with, so I have stamping stuff now, so I can use stamps in my journal. So I'm happy. I will have to start stamping. Which makes me sound like I'm stamping my phone.
Money stamping?
Yes. Ouch. My calf is cramping. So this is important. Vegetable steamer. Not necessarily for vegetables. I'm using this for my tamales because I didn't have something to work with. And this will go as wide as I need to inside the pot, which is where it needs to be for the tamales not to fall over in the water. Mm-hmm. So my tamales will taste a lot better next time. Because some of them, the ones that didn't get wet, tasted the best, and the ones that got a little wet lost some of the flavor, which she warned me in the cookbook. Of course, that was a warning I saw after the fact, because I missed that whole section. Okay. Oh, this is if I'm too lazy to make my Mexican hot chocolate. This is Double Dutch Dark Chocolate Premium Hot Chocolate. Now, this might be a good thing if I'm feeling an urge for chocolate at night, like before bed.
Yeah. I might try this sometime.
Mm-hmm. And it's naturally gluten-free, dairy-free.
Do you add milk or water?
You can add whichever. Because they say here...
Vanilla almond milk would be really
That's
good.
what I'm going to do with it.
Yeah.
Prepare with milk or milk substitute if desired. So, yes, you do need milk or milk substitute. So, very good. I think it would be excellent vanilla almond milk.
Mm-hmm. And you don't have to add vanilla. You just add vanilla.
Exactly. So this will be nice. Mm-hmm. I'm looking forward to this. I might have to make some tonight.
Because sometimes hot chocolate can be a little sweet. Mm-hmm. So having a little vanilla or a little caramel
This is also dark chocolate, so it's not going to be as sweet. Mm-hmm. And I prefer dark chocolate anyway. That's my college roommate's fault. My long-term college roommate. I had one my freshman year, and then I switched over to one of my close friends, who became one of my close friends in college, and we were roommates for the rest of the time, which was great. She was probably the best roommate to have at that point, because we really were. She was a calmer personality, so it wasn't like you were constantly going crazy. Anyway, Dad surprised me with this because I actually had this on my wish list for a while, and then I had taken it off.
I thought it was funny. Tell me, another mug. She needs another mug.
And then he gives me a mug.
Yeah.
This is cool. Now, this doesn't have any handle, but I could see using this for when I'm doing the history podcast. Honestly, it's probably going to be more decorative.
It's beautiful.
It's beautiful. This has all the rulers of England. And then it stops. Well, it stops with Elizabeth II because this is made before Charles ascended to the throne. I mean, Charles hasn't even had his coronation yet. That's coming up in May. I think. But regardless, so it has everyone from. Oh, they go from Alfred the Great. So they're starting with the Anglo-Saxon kings, and they're going all the way to Elizabeth II, which is really cool. It also has a time period. Mm-hmm. A certain royal might need this since he apparently doesn't know his own family history. But
we're not going to get into that stuff. I have to eat.
Yes, that was all I was going to say. It was
somebody asked me if I was hungry. I had a couple people mention stuff on the podcast. Like, what did I say?
I think it was something I said. I think you were describing things.
No,
with food
she said to me, "Are you hungry, Marlecia?" And then Jody said something about the shawl. I have to go back and see what she was talking about.
Well, I think what happened is you did a couple things with names of food, and I jokingly said something like, "Are you hungry?" is what I think it was.
Oh, I don't know. I don't remember.
I feel like it was, but I can't remember for sure.
I don't remember. But I the reason I'm pushing her a little because Davina has a
yes, and I only have
it's an actual medical appointment on the phone. So
yes, and I'm almost done. So this is I wanted this. I did have this one on my list.
Yes, I know you did.
And this is about the same size as our Adagio muds.
This is kind of the same. What she got me for Christmas, the Sherlock Holmes mug.
But mine is Jane Austen, and so it has a bunch of Jane Austen quotes on there, which is awesome. And this is definitely going to be a booktube mug I'll be using. It's easily going to become a favorite mug. So there we go. There's my Jane Austen mug, and it's put out by the Unemployed Philosophers Guild. Wait, I might still have the thing in there that tells you how to drink.
Yeah, I think I finally got rid of mine, where it tells you how to clean it or whatever.
It tells you, are mugs new to you? Do you already own a mug? Are you using it correctly? The Unemployed Philosopher Guild cares. For helpful tips that will lead to years of happy and successful mug ownership, watch our instructional video. It has a link. I'm gonna have to watch their instructional video just for giggles.
You have to tell me again so I can look at it.
Oh, that's hilarious! These guys, they have such geeky mugs on there, and some of them, when you fill the mug, things will disappear or appear. So, like when you fill the mug, parts of the Constitution will disappear, or the Bill of Rights, or something like that. Okay, so. Final thing are the books, and this is where Dad surprised me. First of all, I'm going to show that the ones that are already on my list that Mom and Davina got. This was Secret Adversaries. This is the last of my physical Agatha Christie's to come in. I just have enough space for that on my Agatha Christie shelf. So I planned well, kind of. My biography of Agatha Christie had moved down. But this is Tommy and Tuppence, Secret Adversary, her second ever book.
I just finished listening to that one.
But I told Mom, like, see, doesn't this work? This is absolutely those characters. Like, she's always dragging him along. He has to hold on his hat, definitely. Because she's a dynamo. But this one, I had gotten the Queen Victoria and Mr. Brown, which is the first person that she got attached to after Prince Albert died. This is the second one after Mr. Brown died, which was Abdul. And I guess they made a movie out of it. Victoria and Abdul. I don't know, I only know a little bit about their friendship. So I'm interested in this. Now these are surprise ones. I've been wanting to get this one for so long. Janelle, Too Fond of Books, had talked about this on BookTube. And I was like, oh, I want that. But I couldn't justify it. Dad got it for me. And he didn't even know I wanted it because he was just looking for British mystery authors because he knows I like them.
Golden Age.
Golden Age. Now, this isn't Golden Age, but it has the feel of it. So, consider your trip to a quaint English village, a weekend roaming narrow old lanes, touring the faded glories of a country manor, and quaffing pints in the pub. How charming. That is, unless you have the misfortune of finding yourself in an English murder village, where danger lurks around each picturesque cobblestone corner, and every sip of tea may be your last. If you insist on your travels, do yourself a favor and bring a copy of this little book. It may just keep you alive. I can't wait to read this. And it's going to be a quick read. It's a small little book, but I have a feeling it is absolutely amazing. This one Dad got with the idea that it's a nice purse size. Mm-hmm. And this is the last one I have to show. An elderly lady must not be crossed stories. And they're short stories. This is actually Swedish, but it's English translated. And I've never read any Swedish mysteries, which is cool. And yeah, I'm excited about that. The type is actually nice. And like Dad said, it's perfect size. Shove into the purse, go to a doctor's appointment. Amazing. It's just adorable.
It's cute. I love the cover.
I love the cover. And
is it a cover or is it a dust jacket?
No, it's an actual cover. Yeah. Translated by, Marlene Person. So, yes. I'm just excited about this. It's adorable. Because I've been trying to move towards bringing physical books to doctor's appointments because I don't want to lose a Kindle. It's easier to replace a book than a Kindle.
Right.
I mean, unless it's like my collector's version of like Gone with the Wind.
Right.
Or, even more importantly, Victoria and Mr. Brown, which you cannot get. I had to catch it on an extreme sale.
Right.
So, there's certain books that will never leave my house. But that's it for me.
Okay, well, I'm done.
Okay.
So, all right.
I'm thirsty.
Oh, I can imagine you would be. So I'm going to keep this short in terms of the shout-outs. Ahead of everything I'm going to say, if I don't mention you, thanking you for comments, it's because I haven't seen you. Mm-hmm. If I tried to answer as many as possible, but I answered a bunch and then I got sick, mm-hmm. so some of them didn't get answered, but I read all of them and I really appreciate them. I think I thumbs up all of them. I'm not sure.
I planned to answer everybody, and then I got a migraine.
So we want to thank Wendy MacGyver.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. I'm glad that she gets a kick out of that. Andy, Kara, Paula, Andrea, Joan, Brittany, Jodidiah. Thank you very, very much for commenting either on YouTube or on the PHN homepage. We are always glad to hear from you, even though we don't always get to respond. We do try to respond at least to the comments. So we want to thank you for that. Please do continue to do so because we always love to hear from you.
Yes.
We do have a Zoom on Friday for those of you who are patrons. So, keep an eye out for the little thing that Taya sends out.
I have to see if it's set up. I usually do set it up.
It is this Friday, right?
It is. I just had to check to see if I set up the warnings.
So
because I can't remember.
So until then, for those of you who are on Zoom, we're going to say goodbye. For those of you who are not on Zoom, we are going to wish you a very blessed week full of knitting, crocheting, and whatever makes your heart happy. Also for the Zoom.
I need to start setting the warnings ahead of time, like for the full year, and then just editing them as I need to, because I just keep forgetting.
Yeah. So I want to wish everyone, whether you come to Zoom or not, want to wish you a very blessed week full of knitting, crocheting, paper crafting, whatever it is that makes your heart happy. This is the Pen, Hook, and Needles podcast. I think it was episode 535 or 553. I don't know.
And I know we might not see our Rolling Stone because...
Yeah. 538. Episode 538. And that's a wrap.
Bye.
Bye-bye. God bless.